Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the month of February 2025. So I just want to remind you guys, if you're watching this in January, you can only get my 2025 hour-long reading in the month of January. So this is an hour-long tarot and mediumship reading. We go over all areas of life for you, what's going to happen, your greatest pieces of advice for this year, and we open the floor up to your spirit guides, ancestors, and past loved ones to deliver any messages that they may have for you, and we'll discover whatever spirits are working with you as well. So go ahead and get that. It's only going to be available for January, so literally get it now because it'll be gone in a few days. So Virgo, first card out for you is the vulture, a very misunderstood spirit animal. Vultures are their nature's cleanup crews. They're extremely needed. They fill a very niche purpose in the ecosystem, and they're incredibly cunning and intelligent. So I am seeing you plotting and scheming. I am seeing a strong intelligence that you have in February. A lot of you guys, I'm seeing something about like filling in a very niche role in your career, or filling in a very niche role within your community or friend group, okay? Every group of friends, every community, whether that is a community locally, like your neighborhood, a community in the workplace, your personal friends and family, there are different roles that are needed. And that's why we are all so different as humans. So, for example, every friend group needs that quiet friend who has like funny one-liners here and there. Every friend group needs that loud one who always initiates everything, and vice versa. So I feel like in February, you're really connecting to your niche, who you are, your personality, and that'll really lead to a lot of success and also a lot of comfortability, you know, instead of being in resistance. Because I know so many people, for example, who think that they're just this big weirdo, or for being like quiet or shy or having a certain personality. And it's like, no, every single community needs your exact set of traits and circumstances. And so I see you really embracing that. And I feel like you're building a lot of confidence in who you are and the exact traits that you bring to the table, because everyone needs what you got. You also have the message travel. So you could be traveling first and foremost, or there could be people traveling to you. And this says, let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. So I don't see any major delays or issues with traveling this month, so that's looking good. And then you also have the mutable moon, and nothing is yet set in stone. So whatever developments you have going on in your life right now, they're very changeable. So I would definitely keep your sails set in the direction that you want to go in. And if there's anything in your life that you want to change, that you're not happy with, this is the month to double down and work on that, because the energies are so changeable for you. So, and also if there's anything good going on in your life, don't necessarily like rest in your laurels just yet. Just keep going with that, because again, the energy is extremely changeable with the mutable moon coming out. So let's see, we're shuffling up the Wildwood Tarot and pulling 6 cards. What does this month look like for Virgo? We have, your first card out is the 7 of Vessels in reverse with Mourning. I'm seeing, I kind of have been feeling this energy for you, Virgo, of like homesickness or thinking about people from the past. And so I do see going into February, there could be a little bit of that energy still here. Some of you guys may be questioning whether or not something's going to work out with someone who you may not be in communication with, or you might be in like a long distance relationship with. I know that's kind of specific, but hear me out. If any of you are harboring feelings for someone and like low key hoping that things will work out, and this person is not actively with you for whatever reason that may be, I see you still holding on to that. And this is one of those feelings that are wanting to be released or processed, and it doesn't feel good per se, because it's like, you know, I don't know. I would just pay attention to that. We have the King of Vessels with Heron coming out. Some of you may be connecting with some beautiful water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. They don't have to be water signs though. I am seeing that you have people in your life right now who are very emotionally mature and like always open to talking about any sort of subject. You know, this is the friend who's like, you know, you can talk to me about anything. And also they're quite sensitive to the needs of others. There's a high degree of empathy, a high degree of compassion. I feel like being surrounded by these sorts of individuals is really good for you and really like a positive sort of influence. We have the Forest Lovers coming out upright as well. So beautiful. So beautiful. So obviously, this is the Lovers, guys. So there could be changes taking place in your relationships, not just romantic relationships, but also your friendships, your community, your family, and especially next to the King of Vessels, you know, your feelings towards someone may be quite beautiful this month. And you may be, like we said, finding yourself feeling more at home in your community. So for example, let's just say you got a new job and you're getting used to all of your new coworkers and the people who work there. You are starting to finally feel more like family with them and more comfortable to just be yourself and bring your unique ideas to the table. Because, you know, like if you first start a new job, it's like not necessarily that you can't be yourself, but like you kind of have that wall up a little bit because you don't know these people. So I'm seeing if you've been in any new environments like that, February feels like the month where you're starting to feel really comfortable. If any of you have been feeling uncomfortable in your workplace or uncomfortable in any sort of community or any family, even if it's like you're in a new relationship, you just met their family and you're not really, you know, at that level of comfort with them yet, I'm seeing February for some reason just is the month where that sort of comfort really builds. And you're like, okay, I really like this person and I can see them fitting into my life. I really like, you know, this community. I can see me being myself, them being their self, and it just really working out. I think you're pleasantly surprised at how much you like people. And this is really reassuring for any of you who knows that you will be exposed to any sort of new community that you may be nervous about now. Like if you've never met them yet, wondering like, oh, will my new coworkers or my new in-laws or whatever like me? It's like, yes, it will be fine. And so February really feels like a month of social comfort. We have the King of Bows coming out in reverse. So there could be some disharmony, some contention between the masculine energies in your life, or you may have some disharmony with a certain masculine energy in your life. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a man per se. It's just somebody with a lot of yang dominant energy. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be though. And this is, I'm seeing the influence of someone. And also this could be a part of you as well, because the people who we most connect to in the month, also there's a piece of them that is reflected within us as well. So keep that in mind with the King of Vessels, which was that good, positive, loving, open-minded energy. There's a part of that within you. And this person brings out that part of you. But then we also have this influence here, which is a little bit sort of bossy, I guess. Could have a hot temper. Okay, so you may be navigating your own emotions, like your own temper problems, or if you've just been noticing like an increase in anger, or not even like bossiness, like this is the way that things are done and this is how it's done and that's that. You may be connecting with someone who's like that, very much like this is how it's done, and sort of closed-minded to other ways of doing things, but also pay attention to that trait within yourself. We have the Queen of Stones in reverse as well. Wow. Queens and Kings. Half of your reading thus far are court cards. 2 out of 3 of those court cards are in reverse. So there could be, I don't know, it's interesting. There's amazing people around you. There's also people around you who challenge you, who test you. Queen of Stones in reverse. First off, this could be you because this represents earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And this Queen of Stones in reverse particularly is somebody who is closed-minded to new ways of doing things, or very sheltered to the point where it turns them closed-minded, even if they were once a very open-minded individual, and also very stingy with money or bad with finances. So there could be someone like that in your life, and they're being represented by a queen, meaning they should be at an age, or they should have the life experience to where they're not making these sort of immature decisions, but they're not quite there. So we're seeing multiple people this month who are not it. And again, keep in mind you had the mutable moon, so you can change your environment, you can change the people around you, you can change the energies right now quite easily. So keep that in mind. And also these traits within yourself, if you notice them within yourself, like for example with the Queen of Stones in reverse, maybe you really don't like leaving the house that often, but you really want to experience something that you have to leave the house for. Like for example, if you're wanting to bring on a new soulmate with the Lovers card coming out, you're not going to find it just sitting in your house all day. So it's like you have to challenge yourself to get out of that comfort zone and create the change that you're wanting to create. So these are traits within you, but it's nothing to bully or shame yourself about. It's just something to challenge yourself on. And then final card out is the 10 of Arrows in reverse with instruction. So this is typically in this tarot deck the student-teacher dynamic, and when you pass your wisdom along to other people, you're also the archetype of like the perpetual student of life, and vice versa. When you're perpetually a student of life, you'll also be in many positions to teach and advise and guide others as well. So we are seeing that sort of dynamic. With this coming out in reverse though, I am wondering if you guys are resistant to teaching people. For example, let's just say you live with someone and they don't clean up after themselves. You do not want to teach them how to do these basic life skills. You don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the resources. Or vice versa, maybe you don't want someone preaching to you or teaching you their ways of doing things. Maybe you want to do things your own way, which Queen of Stones reverse makes a lot of sense. Like, this is my way of doing it. So again, we're seeing a lot of similar themes in your reading here. There's a lot about your personality that's being challenged this month, and not in a bad way. It's like the universe is trying to grow you and open your mind up. And the people around you are direct reflections of what's going on within you. So notice if you have any emotional reaction to anyone in your life. Like if you're frustrated with someone, if you're angry with someone, if you love someone, that is a reflection of the traits within yourself that either you love or are bothered by. So look to the people around you if you want to understand yourself a lot better, because the things you notice about them exist within you as well. We're seeing a lot of personal growth in your life because of that. And I mean, you have the Forest Lovers card coming out, okay? Like, this is really, really positive. There could be some very positive emotional changes taking place. And I am seeing new soulmates entering if you're open to that. Not just romantic, but also friendships, deepening, and a deepening sense of community. So thank you so much for joining me, Virgo. Definitely watch for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of your month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there, shamanic life coaching sessions there, as well as my online tarot reading course. So check it out. Bye-bye.